Okay, class. Now, the last numbers in this chapter are going to be real numbers. They are the collection of, we can say that, all rational and irrational. By now, you are very much clear about the rational numbers. You are very much clear about the irrational numbers, right? So, the collection of all rational as well as irrational number together are called real numbers. Real number is a big set of numbers. All numbers comes under this real numbers. Rational numbers, see, rational numbers includes natural, whole number, integers and fractions, right? So these are rational numbers. So all numbers comes under it. Similarly, irrational numbers, all under roots, right, which I have just told you, which are not written in the form of p by q form. All those numbers are also included in the real numbers. So all types of number here, it is also, that's why known as a big set of numbers, that is known as a real numbers. Okay, so the real numbers, this is rational numbers. It includes rational as well as irrational numbers. Now what we're going to do is we are going to do just the operations on the rational and irrational numbers. Operations means plus, minus, multiplication and division. We'll just see, because this is going to be the very important concept. If you are clear about this, only then you'll be able to do the next exercise. That you should be very clear in your head that if you're going to add or we're going to subtract, multiply or divide any rational or irrational numbers, what will be the result of that? Say, rational numbers. Rational numbers, you know that any number which is written in the form of p by q. So if we are going to add, subtract, multiply or divide any rational number, this you are doing from the last 2-3 years, that you are adding, like if there is any fraction 1 by 2 plus 2 by 3, or if you are subtracting, you are multiplying or you are dividing any numbers, right? So you are getting the answer as rational number only, right? So like 2 3s are 6. So if you're going to take the LCM, and this is how you will get your answer, will always turn up to be a rational number. Whenever you're going to do the any operations on the rational number with the rational number, your answer will always, you will get the answer as rational number. Now we have done one more numbers, and they are known as irrational numbers. Now if we're going to move to this, right, if we're going to subtract, add, multiply or divide. Now let's see, first of all, if we're going to do any irrational numbers operations, then what will be the answer? Like if you're going to add irrational number to irrational number, irrational numbers, the numbers which cannot be written in the form of p by q. Okay, under root 6 is an irrational number. If I'm going to add irrational number to irrational number, okay, see, irrational number, I'm adding them up, answer turns up 0, and 0 is not an irrational number, you know this. Okay, one more example. Under root 3 irrational number multiplied by under root 3 will give us what? 3. And what is 3? Again, you know that it is not a irrational number. Under root 17 divided by under root 17 will give us 1. So this is rational number. So if we are going to add, subtract, multiply or divide irrational with irrational, fine, our answer will be a rational number. So it can be a rational. Fine. So let's try out this question. If we are going to add a rational plus irrational, now what? Now we are adding up 2 plus root 3. Fine. 2 plus root 3. So how are we going to solve it? Under root 3 is an irrational number. Under root 3 is 1.7320, right? So under root 3 is this, 2 plus root 3, under root 3's value is this. When you are going to add 2 to it, your answer is going to be turn up like 3.7320. Fine. Similarly, multiply. Rational, 2 is rational, under root 3 is an irrational number. When we are going to multiply again 1.732, which is non-terminating and non-repeating, if you're going to multiply any number by the rational number, your resulting number will always be an irrational number. Getting it? So here, these examples, you can get more examples where we may be or may not be getting the answer as a irrational number. So there is the possibility, so that where irrational number is to be added, subtracted, multiplied or divided, right, with the irrational number, your answer can be a rational number, it can be an irrational number also. But whereas if we are going to add rational plus irrational or subtract or multiply or divide, your answer will always be an irrational number. Right? So I hope it is clear. And now we're